Hey, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to make handmade vanilla extract, and I'm using vodka and vanilla beans. It keeps away those artificial flavors and you know exactly what's in yours. I'm using these ones I got off of Amazon. These are not Madagascar vanilla, but a lot of people prefer those. I just grabbed what was handy. It'll turn out either way. And with this one, I'm just going to take this off and I'm going to dump a little out because I don't want to put the vanilla beans in there and it just spew over. So I'm going to dump a little out so I have some room, and then if I still have room for vodka at the end, I'll just add it back in. And you can see here, I'm using Tito's vodka. It's 80 proof. You at least need some vodka that's 70 proof in order for this to really work out good. You can use bourbon or any other kind of liquor if you want, but I feel like with the vodka, it gives it a cleaner taste. If you use bourbon, don't get me wrong, it is delicious, but it's not as versatile, so you can't put it in as many things because it just doesn't work. And that's just my opinion. If you prefer it that way, by all means, it's your kitchen, do what you want to do. Now I wish you guys could smell this because this smells fantastic. If you are a fan of vanilla scent, like, this is going to be one of your most favorite projects. I know it's one of mine. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and cut them. I personally like to cut them in half because it exposes the vanilla bean, but it also keeps them short. And the reason I prefer to keep them short is because once you start using your extract, that vodka level is going to go down. If you expose the vanilla bean, then that the preservative that the vodka is doing is no longer there. So it makes the beans go bad and therefore then turns your whole vodka bad. So if you don't have vodka to top it off, that can become an issue once you're using it. So I like to cut them in half so that way the beans can still be accessed, but they're shorter so they go down to the very bottom. So if I was using this just as is, I would have a lot of vodka to go through before I would have to top it back off. If you know that you're going to have vodka on hand where you can top it back off, by all means, you can always cut it this way. Just slice it all the way up the middle, and then you would leave it whole. And see here, it does expose a lot more of the vanilla beans. But if you have to take a chance on ruining all your extract just because you left the tip top open and wasn't covered with vodka, I personally wouldn't do that. But like I said, since this is a really tall one, I went ahead and showed you what it was like, just in case you decided you wanted to do it that way. Also, a general rule of thumb is 1 bean per 2 ounces of liquor. So if you want to have a stronger flavor, by all means, you can add more beans, but this is usually a pretty standard flavor. Or if you like a lighter flavor and you just want a hint of it whenever you're doing your baking, then by all means, you can always do less. If you haven't already followed us on Instagram, we are Simply Sweet Homestead. It's showing at the bottom of the video. And we would love for you to give us a follow. We'd love to see your homestead. And if you decide to make your own vanilla extract, tag us in a picture. We'd love to see it. Now that all the vanilla beans are in there, the volume wasn't as much as I anticipated, so I got a funnel and we're gonna go ahead and dump in the rest of the vodka because waste not, want not. So you already paid for it, you might as well get your money's worth. Fill it up as much as you can. I'm gonna fill it up to right below that little tab where the cap screws on, right there. And then that way it's still full, but I still have a little bit of room. There's a little bit of air bubble so I can shake up the stuff. Now just make sure your lid is on really tight, really good, and then go ahead and give her a little shake. And all your vanilla beans are just gonna run around in there, and that's fine. And if you give it a good shake, you can also see those little specks floating around. That's the stuff within the vanilla pods that is gonna give it all the flavor. And don't worry about it. You can strain it if you don't like that when you go to use it. And see, there wasn't that much left over, just a little bit. So if you're into that kind of thing, go ahead and take a shot. you earned it. And if you're not, do something else with it. Again, if you didn't catch it first, this is the vodka I used, and these are little beans in there. And like I said, if you give it a little shake, see those things floating around? There's a still picture of them as well. They're totally fine. You don't have to worry about them. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might enjoy it. God bless.